Hello, my beautiful, beautiful crafty friends. It's Laurette, the Vintage Paper Girl. Welcome to my studio. Happy Merry Monday. Can you believe it? It's Monday again already. I know I didn't make any videos last week, and I was sitting here crafting, and I thought, okay, I am really in the middle of crafting. I'm going to turn this on and do a little video for you guys. Otherwise, it's going to be a couple weeks. Since I did a video. So anyway, welcome everyone. Welcome to all my brand new subscribers, as well as those of you who've been with me for a long time. And if you haven't subscribed, please do so you know when I'm making a video, when I have one out, when I have something fun to show you or a new project. It's best if you subscribe. Plus, it helps me out a ton. And thumbs up are great. The like button, super good. Thank you guys for all of you who did that on my last video. I really, really appreciate it. It helps us with YouTube. At the moment, I am not monetized, but it does keep me from getting pushed to the back of the line and it taking 4 hours to load a video. So please help me out in that way. I would love it. And thank you for all your fabulous comments. Keeps me going day in and day out, especially when things get rough. Last week was a super rough week for me, all the way around, every way you can think of. So I'm happy it's over, and I'm looking forward to a happier, brighter, newer week. So anyway, I am crafting. I've done a little bit of crafting last week, but I was dealing with a lot of other personal stuff, family stuff, financial stuff, medical stuff. It was just a week of just yuck. So, not a happy week. So whenever I could, I snuck into my studio here and made a few things, and I thought I would share those with you, some of which is on my desk right here. I'm making these fabulous little goodies. These were inspired by Amy at Crafty Cat. Thank you, Amy. These were fabulous. You're right. I'm addicted. I've made like 6 of them. They're kind of big, but I think I can get them into my journals. I might have to do a little trimming to make them a little smaller, but they've been a blast to make. So much fun. So I'll show you a few others. In fact, I'm going to share with you all the goodies I've made so far. But before I do that, I thought I'd share a few things I got on Etsy that you might be interested in seeing. Now, I got my order in. I placed an order with my sweet darling friend Emily at Vintage Polka Dot Shop. Hi, Emily. She is such a sweetheart. I adore her. I got one of these Ideal magazines that Gail's always talking about. Now, I know I've gotten some before, but they were much newer than this. This is Christmas, December 1959, which this would have been, I would have been 4 months old. This would have been my first Christmas. So I ordered it, but this one isn't magazine. It's more book style. It's got a really wide, there's no ads or anything in it. It's just a stunning book. Now, Gail said, oh, these are fabulous to put in your journals. Guys, I don't think I can cut it up. And I know for a fact, my husband and I were looking through it. I'm going to read it first. I'm going to read every single thing in it before I even consider cutting it up. Isn't it stunning? The year I was born brings back so many memories. Not from that year, but every year after that, that I can remember. Anyway. And I also ordered, which I don't think is going to fit in the camera. It's a Ladies' Home Journal 1958. And this one has all the ads and the goodies. And it's the year my husband was born. And so we wanted his Christmas year. He was almost a year old. So he was just short of he was 11 months old when this was produced or put out. So we went through it and we had so much fun. I'm keeping it in the plastic for now. At some point, I will cut this one up, I'm sure, and put it into some journals in the future. But we had to have it. We just enjoyed it so much. And we'll look through it many times between now and Christmas. And my sweet, sweet friend sent me some beautiful, a Christmas song and story from 1952. Little old book. She sent me some photos that are her personal photos to use if I would like. She also sent me a Christmas at the Piano carol book for Christmas, and I know I'll be using that. I won't be hoarding that. That's going to get used. I don't have a big attachment to music. I mean, I do some songs, so there might be a few sheets of music I keep for myself, but they're fabulous. I also bought a cookbook and a 1950s cookbook that, what did I do with it? Oh, it's in my other room. When I opened it, it smelled like a heavy smoker had been using it. So I've got it in a packaging with some dryer sheets to get rid of the scent. But I'm going to be doing a project with that, so that's upcoming. Thank you, Emily, for everything. I love the goodies you sent me. Thank you, sweetie. You know I'm going to use them. So anyway, oh, and I bought one more thing, and I have to share this because this is from one of our fellow gals, one of our friends here on YouTube, on my YouTube channel. This is from one of my subscribers. I didn't even know she was a subscriber. Her name is Nell, and her shop is vintage style snippets. And Nell, I love your stuff. You know, not long ago, I asked you if you had a shop to let me know if it was something you thought I might use. And absolutely, I would use these because I went and bought them. My goodness, silly girl. I got these gorgeous. These are coffee dyed, but these are embossed. I don't know if you can see them. They're embossed hearts. They are stunning. I'm going to be using them for sure. And some like little doilies that are all coffee dyed with that beautiful print. She sent me a little tag and some extras. And then the main thing I was after, and she tied it with this beautiful coffee dyed, I think it feels like torn up sheet or muslin. What I ordered was these sheets. I wanted some of these. So beautiful work, Nell. I love it. I wish you had told me you had a shop sooner. I would have been shopping there sooner for sure, girlfriend. So Nell, say hello in the comments. And she says she watches me. She thanked me for the purchase. By the way, I'm one of your subbies on YouTube, and I love everything that you make. Thank you, sweetie. I love what you make too. I'd say we have a love club going there, right? So you guys go over to her shop. Again, it's vintage style snippets. Oh, I don't want to show addresses, so let's just on Etsy. I screenshot that. Fabulous stuff. Good job, sweetie. I'm going to be using it. Probably in my Christmas journal. I'm sure if I know me, right? Oh, yeah. I also, in one of my orders, got some beautiful lace from Vintage Polka Dot Shop. You got to go over there. She's got, oh, by the way, you guys, if you're into Raggedy Ann and Andy, she has a humongous shipment of those books. Oh, my gosh. She has all kinds of projects, journals, fabric, quill. I mean, she's got everything you can think of with Raggedy Ann and Andy. So if you like those and they're great for Christmas, go and get some. Go to Vintage Polka Dot Shop. That's also on Etsy. I shop there pretty much weekly. Love, love, love it. So anyway, all right, ladies, Emily and Nell, thank you so much. I think that's all I have to share. Well, that I want to share right now. Anyway, of course, I always get lots of goodies, but no, not anymore. Actually, I've cut way, 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 way down. I'm pretty much getting things I know I'm going to use. Otherwise, I'm not. I know I'm going to use like immediately, or I'm not getting them. So, I have been crafting and little bits. I don't remember if I showed these to you guys before. These are those little tuxedo paper clips. I may have showed these to you. I haven't got any little cards in them yet. They will take a little piece of paper or card in there. But I made these, and I couldn't remember. I was going to put them away, and I thought, I better show you in case I didn't. Then I made the Christmas versions. These are going to go into my journals. These are the tuxedo paper clips again. And these have their little cards in them. So you see they get a little journal card or writing card you can put in them, right? And this one has this one. Adorable, right? Yeah, love them. These are like so much fun. I'm addicted to making them. I've made them in every size. In fact, so much so, I'm going to turn this around because you could see the red better. There we go. All right. So much so, I took because I did these off of, I believe, a 6x6. Then these were just little journal cards that I turned. But these were 12 by 12. Look at these. Now, here's the difference in size, right? Oops, let me show you. So we've got small, medium, and large. I do have videos out for how to make these. I have a couple of them, actually. You'll have to go back and look. But look at these. This is the big size. See? We got the big size here. So they can take two things. Then you can actually clip a piece on the back. Let's see. Do I have... Oh, I have so much stuff out, guys. I'm overwhelmed with what I have on my desk. But I'm looking to see if I have like a big journal card I could show you. I'll steal something over here. Yeah. So what I thought with this clip was you could just do this on the back, clip it to your page. I didn't put a paper clip on it. And then you'd stick two more in there. So it would be a good clip in or stick it in a pocket. But it was the 12 by 12. When you fold it down, you end up with 4 by 6. So when you fold them down, around 4 by 6. So super handy. And like I said, you could put it on the back, or you could put that in that little front pocket there, or the pocket in the back. So you have, I'm just trying to grab stuff off my desk. Hold on. There we go. See? And then something in the back there would work really well. So you've got both of those. So I just wanted to show you. I've been working on those. Aren't they cute? And I use my little vintage stars and some Tim Holtz goodies on there. And I did the same thing with that one. I didn't use any lace on these. Oh, I did use a little sparkle, a little bling bling. I didn't use any bling on this one. But anyway, so I made those in the 2 sizes. And then I took ephemera that I already had cut and finished it. This came out of a magazine. And I backed it, added some goodies and some bling. This was a scrap off of something I made, and I just added stickers and little bling and a little gold bow of those. Made those. Now, these are all, I think, going in my, at least these ones right here. Yep. These are going in the Joey journal that I showed you. Hold on a minute. This is the Joey journal. So, and I've got a bunch of stuff here that's also going to go in there that I found that I didn't know I had. So I've got more ephemera there. And I found a cute dangle that I already had made. Or I didn't have make, but it was made for me. I have 2 little itty bitty tiny the little mini journal cards that I made, and I folded them in half, and they have a little pocket, but I don't think these don't have anything in them yet. But they're going to go into the Joey journal, I think, maybe. I made this one. It's been stickled. It's got the vintage, I don't know if you can see it. Oh, there you go. It's got the vintage stars on it and the vintage rickrack. Well, it's not rickrack, trim, gold trim, and ribbon. So this is probably one of my favorites. I think this one I'm probably going to keep for me. I don't think it's going to go into any journals. This is one that has pockets. It goes on this side. It's a 5 pocket. And actually, I think it matches, let me see, this little goodie. So they're both, but that's a vintage Santa. So that's not, he would not look good in the Joey journal. I made this one. I think this one was inspired by Wendy at Wendy's Journal Adventure. And it's an antique Italian book page that I folded. Made a little pocket, put a little flap on it, and decorated it up. I used some of my vintage stars and a little bling. I made another one here. And these, again, I made for the Joey journal. I may or may not use them all, but, you know, you have your pocket is here, and, you know, you got your back. And then I put some antique lace. We've got the antique, the vintage stars. Okay. Those stars are these. You guys saw me spill them all over my desk one day. Wasn't that fun? Again, they're going in the Joey journal. And then what we're working on today, I'm going to move my little bucket because it's now empty. I've showed you everything. And these are done. Aren't they cool? So cool. They're a tuck pocket, so a tuck tag. So you have, this is what you have. It's all the way around. And then the way it's made, you can tuck in bits and pieces all the way around to fill it up, right? Fill up your little space. And there you have it. Then you put it on the page and it's a tuck again. So it's kind of a double tuck. Oh, I left this one out. I actually made this little pocket years ago. I haven't used it. So I thought, oh, so I finished that up. I don't know which journal that's going to go in. I'll probably put it in the Joey journal. And if it doesn't fit, because I didn't have enough pockets, if it doesn't fit, then, you know, I'm trying to figure out where to put this so I don't lose it. I want to put it in my journal that I'm keeping. Let me throw it in there. Okay, there we go. My Christmas journal. And then I made this one and I made this one. Where's my third one? Where's my other one? I just had it here. You guys, where did I just lose it at? There's two little girls. Where did they go? Sorry, this is the little bucket I'm throwing everything into, which I'm going to have to reorganize again because, you know, where did that go? That's crazy. I just had it here a minute ago. All right. Well, there's a third one. Oh, it slid. Well, no, that one's not done. That one's not done. That's done. That's done. There were 6 of these. Okay, your friend is literally losing her mind. I don't know where I went. Hold on a minute. You guys, I just had these here 2 seconds ago. I was showing them to you. Oh, gosh. Precisely why I kind of quit crafting for a bit. I've been really overwhelmed with everything in my life, and so took a break. Let me see. I figured I left it in the box, and yes, I did. So this one has the little girls, and they also have little cards tucked in. Aren't they cute? So I thought I would finish those. This couple's going in a vintage journal. This one's going in, I think, the Joey journal. I don't know. These may go in the Joey journal. And I'll show you how they work. But I have to cut them down. They're a little too long. I got a little crazy. So it's going to be difficult to use them unless I cut them down a little bit. And I don't mind that they hang out because it just adds to something else. But they're a little long. So I'm going to have to cut the card down a bit. The tag that they're on. And I wasn't sure how long to make the tags because Amy didn't say. Like, that one's good. I might not have to cut that one down at all. Because when you close it, all you see is all the goodies hanging out, which is a lot of fun. But when you put it on there, you glue it on and you leave the back open. So you could still tuck more cards and things in there, right? So oh gosh, hold on a minute, you guys. I just almost missed the chair. Whoopsie. That would be bad, right? And remember, I ended up hurting my back, so I have to be careful. Okay, let's go like this. And like this. Okay, so that's done to go in there. I'll put that in that little box in front of us. I'm going to move everything around here. And this one I got to fix, but I'll still put it in the box because it's considered a page tuck. I'm going to put that off to the side. And then I have 1, 2, 3 left to finish. Oh, this one's done already. This one's done. So what I should probably do is I'll just stick it in a box for now, and then it'll go into my, one of my tins, right? It'll go into the tins. So I'm working on these last 2. And what I have is I have piles of Tim Holtz bits, things that I think would fit sitting on the boxes they came out of, so they'll go back in the right box. Because inevitably someone will say, where'd you get that little image? And it's like, I don't know. So I frustrate some of you when I do that. So we don't want to do that. But I'm looking for, now I couldn't just use Christmas images because, I have a lot of Tim Holtz. I have a lot. But I've been collecting this for 4 years. It's not new. And in the beginning, I bought every single thing I could find and not realizing I really wasn't going to need, as much as I bought. The Christmas I do use on a regular basis. So what I want to do is I wanted to put you put some bits behind it to build it up a little bit. It's kind of too big. And some of these I pulled to use in other journals because if you look at these would look good in some of my antique vintage journals. So those I pulled out for that. I'm going to set them off to the side. And even this one too. I don't think I want to use those. So this is a good one with the red. I mean, we could put it like there and there. I don't think it needs a ton. I like those two things on there. And then we would just load it up because I want to keep them a little bit smaller. Like I said, I went crazy with the size. I already inked all the cards and all the other stuff, but I didn't ink the little bits that I got, you know. So I did add lace behind these two. They do have a bit of lace. They could have fabric and lace. Amy added fabric and lace behind hers. I don't know if I'm going to do that. I don't think I am. I think what they have is what they're going to have. I think that's it for those, right? This one, I don't know. Maybe I'll do more. I'm not sure. So how are all of you guys? Are you well? What's happening in your lives? Hopefully everything's going better for you than it has been for us. It's not just me. It's me and my husband. We've been having, not us personally having issues, but just with like our insurance and stuff like that. You know, my husband hit 65, so our insurance just changed. And then we found out that our cardiologist, you know, my husband had a heart attack and has a stent in his heart. And we found out his cardiologist is no longer taking our insurance. Not him personally, but the whole practice, which is a big problem for us because there are no cardiologists around. We have to drive hours to find one, if we can even find a decent one. So, you know, we're not in a good place with that. Oh, that comes out. I will take that out. So, and I also have the same cardiology group for my heart. So it's like, oh my gosh, now we're hanging out there, and we only have a certain amount of time because it's open enrollment right now to find a new one. So in the meantime, if we have to go to the doctor, we have to pay more than normal if we need to go. We're both due for our checkups so we can keep our medications. But if we leave our plan because it no longer is being covered by two very important doctors, then I lose my medication plan because it's part of that. And I take brand name. I can't do the cheap stuff. So it's a long, drawn out mess is what it is. It was very frustrating all last week. And the biggie was my doggone HP computer. Now, I've had an HP forever, probably 20 years, or since I've got my first printer, not computer, my first printer. And I got the HP Insta Ink program in 2018 when it first came out. I'm one of the original folks who signed up and said, yes, please, this is a great deal. But from the word go, we've always had issues with at least once a year not getting the ink. And I get it all straightened out, and then we go great. And then we get towards the end of the year, and boom, there we go again. They're not getting it to us. It's late, you know, yada, yada. Well, in the meantime, my printer started giving me a ton of lines on everything. And so I cleaned it. I went through the 5-step process. I went through realigning. We turned it on, turned it off, left it on for all the updates. We did everything we were supposed to do. I mean, you name it, we did it. Well, it didn't get better. So it was recommended we buy a new one. So we did, and my husband bought me another one, and we hooked it up, and they turned off my old one and killed the ink cartridges so they wouldn't work. But in the meantime, the new one only had a sample ink cartridge. Can you believe it? Just a sample, and the sample ink was horrible. The colors were faded. We had lines. We had dark spots. The registration on it is miscalibrated so that we're getting like where it should be cream or beige, it's gray. So it just, and when I was getting close to running out of ink, I called them and said, guys, you know, you got the new one. I don't have my welcome kit. I don't have my ink. I'm in trouble. You've turned off the other one. The new one's not working. What am I going to do? Oh, well, there's nothing we can do. I said, yes, you can. Could you send it 2 to 3 days because you've had to do that before when you didn't get me my ink? The guy flat lied to me. Oh, sure, we'll get it to you. He did not order it at all. He told me he did. It would be there in 2 to 3 days. Well, 5 days goes by, 6 days go by. I call the company. They're like, oh, no order was put in. I said, yeah, he said he'd send me a case number email. It never arrived. And I never got it. Anything. No ink, no nuts. So now I'm sitting there with no ink for 7 days, guys. 7 days. Working on projects. Supposed to be working on a new kit with my daughter. No ink. No way to do my work. Talk about frustrated. Oh, man. I went round and round 4 different times on the phone. So I thought, okay, well, let's troubleshoot the computer. So in order for me to print anything, I had to order ink from Amazon because nothing was coming to me. So I order ink on Amazon, put it in my new computer to be able to fix it. Start using it. It's horrible. It's not the ink. It's the printer. It's got an issue, right? So I call up to troubleshoot the printer, and they're like, oh, I'm sorry. You put in ink that's not Insta Ink, and we can't help you. Excuse me? What do you mean you can't help me? Well, we can only do it if you have Insta Ink in it. Oh my gosh, I lost it, you guys. Flat lost it. I was so angry. I had to hang up because it takes a lot to get me mad. I mean, I tell the people, I know it's not your fault. Let's work through this, blah, blah, blah. Oh my gosh. The worst part was I couldn't understand half the people I was talking to. And they kept going on a script. They didn't know how to troubleshoot. They didn't know how to think for themselves. I asked for a supervisor. Oh, we don't have supervisors. We're just in a call center. You have a supervisor. They wouldn't give me a supervisor. Oh my gosh, I went round and round. So guess what I did? I put my old computer back on the program, which means I'm having to pay double for ink for right now. I put my old printer back on the program. It immediately activated the 6 cartridges of ink they sent me while all this was going on for the old one, because they still haven't sent the new ink, and started printing, and no lines for some reason. Now that we went through all this, my original printer is not showing any lines. So it's like, are you kidding me? So I don't know, you guys. I think I'm ready for an Eco Tank. I think I'm done with HP. I've had an HP printer since day one. I'm not kidding you. I've never had anything. I tried an Epson and I hated it, but it wasn't an Eco Tank. It was those individual cartridges. Awful, awful, awful. Spending just a fortune. And so I didn't want to go to an Epson, but everyone swears by their Eco Tanks. And they say you get 4,900 copies out of 1 tank of ink. So my husband and I are thinking with the Amazon Prime Days coming that we're going to go that way, because this is ridiculous what I went through. I mean, I don't even know if I explained it right. It sounds like such a hot mess, and it was. Okay, guys, I need something behind these, and I've used most of my big ones. What can I use? Let me go to this guy over here. I think I'd use one of those. These are kind of big. Let's see what else is in here that I could use. That's too big. So yeah, it's not been a fun few days. And I've just been, my frustration level has been so huge that darn near my friend said, I would have threw my printer out the window. I said, oh, you have no idea how close I was. My husband was like, don't do it. Don't do it. Don't throw it out the window, honey. You'll be sorry. I know. Oh my gosh, none of my printers are working. No ink for any of them. It was just like, oh my goodness. So as soon as I put that old one back online and put a program on it, those cartridges, because they deactivated the cartridges the minute I put the new printer on there. I was so mad. If I'd known they were going to do that, I would not have added the new printer until we had the kinks worked out of it. But I still now, late last night, we finally got an ink cartridge for the new printer that is part of the Insta Ink program. So we will be on the phone on Monday. I'm not going to do anything this weekend. Trying to troubleshoot why I have issues with my new printer. And if it is not fixed, I'm going to send it back and request my money back and go get myself the Eco Tank and keep my old one, because I know the Eco Tank doesn't do, I was told it doesn't do well on it doesn't work that well in vellum and fabric and stuff like that. I don't really know what the negatives are of it, but, you know, that's okay. Oh, I know. I forgot to put the fabric on that one. Haha, I was going to do some fabric. Yeah, I'm talking. I'm not paying attention to what I'm doing. Let's get some more vintage fabric here. But I don't want it to be, like, perfect. You know what I mean? There we go. Let's kind of rough it up a little. I tea-dyed this back in the 70s, I think. No, I don't think it was that far back, but might have been 1990 maybe. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to add that. So anyway, I think I'm going to end up with an eco tank because, and if there's a reason I shouldn't buy it, please somebody let me know. I know that they get lines. I know they do too, because I know Amy went through that line issue, but everyone says it's still better than dealing with Instinct not getting you ink. Now, when they're on it, and it's great. You get ink, everything works great. You know, you save it. I save tons of money. But at least once or twice a year, I go round and round with them and end up with no ink because they're having trouble. And I guess there was no tracking on anything. Their tracking program was ruined. It wasn't working. Their emails weren't working. Nothing was working. So I think they went through just a horrific mess on their end and got told, you better get it fixed. Not just by me. I mean, I heard Carol Laws was waiting on her ink and others. So, you know, so there you have it. Again, that's kind of long for a page. I'm thinking it's going to need a cut down as well. But I'm going to wait till I actually physically put it in the journal to figure out what I need to cut off. It's kind of busy, I agree, but I don't mind that, you know. I think, yeah, I would cut that tag down a little bit, cut that off, and I think it's not bad. So I like the lace on it. It really adds a little something, something. Because all this comes off, so it's much plainer, right? Much more plainer. Just made up my own words. But I just loaded that tag. So that's really cute. I like that. I'm happy with that. And we have one more lady, and I said we're working on her. So let's add that and a tag here. And then we'll put some maybe, oh, we have some littler things from some of these other, I don't know where to put this if that's finished. Over there, maybe. Oh, because I want to add bits, you know, some, oh, there we go. Oh, that's cute. Got some cute pieces from Tim Holtz here. There's the sirens again. I think, I don't know if you're hearing those, because I know YouTube's been really good about kind of knocking down the sound. I don't know if you can see these, but I've got all these little goodies like on my boxes here, so I know where they go. I like that little 25. I like that. Maybe we could put that on there. Are you seeing that? What are you seeing? Let me see what you're seeing. Yeah, you're seeing it. Oh, I'm not sure what you were seeing. So sorry about the complaining. I just, oh, it was the most frustrating week of my life with the insurance and the, there was another thing we had go that was real serious that we were like, oh my gosh, are you kidding me? You know, so our daughter was like, oh my goodness, you guys, you know, she was getting kind of worried because we were just going through one thing after another. And it doesn't happen like that often. We try to keep our life very simple, very quiet. It's not good for my health to be upset or stressed. Really bad for my health, so we don't do it. But I don't know. Sometimes it happens, I guess. You just can't do anything about it. Life just goes crazy on you when you least expect it. The frustration level was just, I haven't been that frustrated in years. One of the reasons I quit working, quit businesses, quit everything. I just had enough of being frustrated with life, and I was just done. I just couldn't do anymore. Try to stay in my craft room, in my happy place. But unfortunately, it was affecting my happy place because I couldn't get my ink to print. I had some beautiful new kits I wanted to print. I had ephemera. My daughter and I are collaborating on a brand new kit. Oh, I just love it. I might show you sneaky peeky. And I couldn't do the test color, you know, the test run on it. And when I did, it was coming out gray. And I said, honey, did you make it gray? She said, no, Mom. background is creamy or old, it's vintage, it's not supposed to look like that. And I'm like, well, okay, I do have a problem then, you know. So we spent hours on the phone trying to troubleshoot that because they were not helping me over at HP. And it was like, because she's pretty good with stuff like that. So she told me to do everything. We did everything she told me to do, and nothing worked. So, I'm just sticking cards in it, you know, to have something in there, really, just to kind of fill it up, you know. Oh, that's so cute. I love these, you guys. These are a blast to make. They really, really are. Now, these all say special delivery, and I don't know what box they came out of. I know these came out of over here, so I am going to, I think I got enough little goodies on there. I don't really think I need any more on that one. Plus, if I use up all my goodies on these, I won't have any goodies for anything else I want to make, right? Ooh, here's a red. No, I don't like that. It's too flat. Okay, let's get these back into their box so I don't knock them all on the floor, right? So anyway, what I hated most was just going round and round with people, not having them understand, having them lie to my face, telling me they sent ink when they didn't, continue to lie to me. And then, you know, I went through 4 different representatives, 4 different calls, tried to be, you know, wait and be patient. It just didn't do me any good to be patient. So yeah, it was kind of a rough, I'm going to say, and then other health issues have been really, really difficult for me. And, you know, so I'm going to move these off this side of my desk for a minute. They're kind of like in my way at the moment. So let me move them. Now these, where did these come from? I think these all, yep, these all came out of, they all came out of here. So I will put these back in here. Although, you know what? I should put these in my, honestly, I should just put them in my Christmas ones, because really, half the time I forget to look in these little tins. This has thrift shop and expedition. I don't know which one this one is. This is before I started keeping track. There's a lot of, I think this is kind of the same kind of thing. I don't know. It just says Tim Holtz on it. And this was tickets. So some of them are tickets. So we, you know, we have all those. So I think actually I'll throw that in one of my Christmas boxes, because I think that way it'll get used. I'm going to move those aside. Oh my gosh, by the way, Christmas has exploded in my craft room. There's Christmas everywhere. You all unanimously said that you wanted to see Christmas full time. So Christmas full time it is. So whenever I make a video now, it will be Christmas. So I'm actually going to throw these in my, in that box, I think that's where they're going to go. Those are my older ones, so that would make sense, right? All right, let's put these in here. I'm going to leave this out. I'm going to leave a few things out that I think I'm going to use on other things. I do have to add her fabric behind her. This is a really cool picture. I actually think this would be cool in one of these behind it, you know, like when you do that. So I think I'll put that over there. I'm going to put these in here and see what we've got. Let's see, what time do we have? Okay, we're good, I think. I'll double check in a minute. Okay, so we got those done. Now, I don't think I lost any, because that's what happens if I, oh, there's another one. It escaped. Do we want to add special delivery on here? Nah, I don't think we do. That could go in just about any box too, right? So let me just put that in the box. I hate losing those pieces. I find them in the cat's mouth. I'm like, spit that out. Of course, then they run with it. No spitting out there. They just take off. Ooh, here's a cool piece. Let's use this. This would be cool behind her. I'm going to kind of scrunch it up and cut it. Because when you do that, you get like a nice uneven end, which is what I want. I just want a little bit because it's getting pretty wide again. Yeah, let me just put some. Okay. I love this lace. I can't remember where I got this one from. This might have been an Emily one too. I can't remember if I got this from Emily or somebody else. I buy most of my coffee dye things from Emily, but she doesn't do the pretty designs like Nell does. So Nell, I hope that's the right name I'm calling you. That's what it looked like it said was Nell. If it's not, let me know, honey. But I'm thrilled that you follow me. Oh my gosh. I was so excited when you wrote me that note. And if I do buy something from you and you do follow me, let me know so I could say hello to you. You guys are so important to me. You're my friends. We're crafting together here. I like this, but it's kind of white compared to everything else. Maybe just kind of stick it in the far corner. That was a cool little tag. I don't remember where I got that. Oh, that's a Tim Holtz thing, paper. I used Tim Holtz tags too. That was the other thing. I used a lot of his Tim Holtz papers. You could see on the back of these that, you know, they were all out of one of his paper pads, and I cut out my own cards. So there you have them. I guess I should pull the other, what did I do with the other one? Sorry guys, my sinuses are crazy with the air conditioner on all the time right now. It's been 100 degrees the last few days. Oh, California's gone nutso. Can't wait for it to cool down. So let me move this out of the way for a minute so you're not being distracted by that. I thought I had 6 of these. I guess I don't. Let's see. 1, 2, 2 kids, 2 adults, and her. Yeah. So these are all Tim Holtz people that I laid on and cut the little feet off. See, look, a lot of people lost their feet. It was a sad day, I'll tell you. But took those off, and then this was the close-up ones that he has, the headshot ones. They came with the Christmas in that Christmas pack. So that's what I use for these. So what do you think? Do you like those? I think they're pretty cool. I'm pretty happy with them. So I'll show you each one up close. Okay, and this one. Oh, they don't have fabric. Okay, we need to get their fabric. That one has its fabric. You can see. Okay. And then our lady. Another one. And then these guys, and they need their fabric. So let's get that on there before I forget. And I'm wearing these comfy lounge pants, but they're a little bit long on me, so they keep getting caught under my chair when I go to roll it forward. So if you hear me squeak, I probably got caught in my chair. I really like this one. Or do I want the dark? Kind of like this one. Let's do that again. Let's kind of give it a... I hate to be so rough with lace. It literally hurts me to do it. Aren't I funny? Okay, let's just put... It's just getting wider and wider, isn't it? But I can cut it down if I need to, right? Can I? So what did I do with my fabric tack? It was just here 2 seconds ago. Where did I put it? Hello? Hello? Fabric tack, come out, wherever you are. Where did I just put you? I put you down? Did I put you down? I was using you? You just saw me. Hey, you guys, what did I do with it? Oh, it fell down. Okay. Fell down behind everything. Woo! That was a scary one. Boy, have you guys noticed the cost of glue lately? Used to get four of the Scotch Create glues for like $8 or $9. Now that's how much one is. And by the way, guys, does anybody know that uses Scotch Create? Did they change the formula and the package? I ordered the yellow, you know, these yellow sticks. This was another frustration. Sent back a lot of stuff this last week. to Amazon. Ordered the Scotch Create, and I got a black and white tube that just said white permanent glue stick by Scotch. It was black and white and red. Not this. And it says permanent glue stick, but it was just a white stick. And it didn't say Scotch Create. It wasn't as heavy. Anybody know what's going on with Scotch Create? Is that the new one? Because I sent it back and the person got really mad at me. I said, well, it doesn't look like the picture. It looks nothing like what I ordered. I don't, what's going on? And so they said, we sent you the right thing. No, you didn't. It doesn't look anything like this. So if the glue has changed, somebody tell me, please, because I would feel bad if I sent it back for the wrong reason. But it doesn't say Scotch Create. It doesn't say anything that I'm used to seeing. It doesn't say that, it will work on multi-purpose. It doesn't say photo safe. It just says white glue permanent. And then the sticks, of course, are smaller and not heavy. So I'm wondering what's going on. Anybody know? Please, please, please let me know. But we can't get the 4-packs anymore in the glue sticks. They don't exist in Scotch Create. And I've got to go back online and see if I can find a different person who sells for Amazon and see if they still have any of this left. If they do, I may just order a bunch because I have a feeling they've discontinued the Scotch Create. I hate that when you find something you love and it works and now it doesn't. Boy, am I Debbie Downer today. I apologize, guys. I'm sorry, but it's been a frustrating crafting week too. Not being able to get my glue and not getting my paper, my ink. I'm not getting anything that I'm supposed to have. So it's like, oh, how frustrating can you be? You just want to sit and craft, right? And have what you're used to. Okay, so these guys are done. I apologize heartily if I've been negative today. I totally am sorry. But I have shared with you what is going on out there in the printer world and what's going on out there in the ordering stuff world. And I don't think it's just Amazon. I'm not complaining about Amazon. I'm just saying that what I ordered I didn't get. So I don't know. Maybe they don't make it anymore. We'll find out. Okay, guys. So there they are. I do have another project I want to do. I'm going to work on today. So let me grab the ones that are maybe going in that, where to go? These two that are maybe going to go in my, Joey journal. I call it the Joey journal. This is the Joey journal. I think it's Be Jolly. I think it's the name of it. But, yeah, to me, this is the Joey journal. So whenever we talk about it, we call it the Joey journal. So, all right. Now these guys, I'll put in the box on the side so we know what we're doing with that. And what I have to make, I have a couple projects. So the question is, which one do we want to do? Now, I don't think I have time to do any. Darn it. Maybe I'll just close the video out. I'm not sure. But I want to give you a couple ideas, though. One thing, I don't know if you guys remember, I had this huge box of tags. These were all from Tracy. And there was this tag challenge, was the 100 tag challenge. So I made the 100 base tags, but I never got around to decorating them. You're supposed to do one, prep them, and then do them one a day for 100 days. Well, this was a couple years ago. I have them all prepped. So I was thinking I could just, if I need tags, I can just put images onto these tags and basically have instant tags, right? So that's kind of my thought with these. Boy, he's a cutie. Whew, these men were dapper. Oh, I have to say, my dad was really handsome, and I think he was anyway. He had dark, jet black hair, brown eyes, just a real sweetheart, twinkle in his eye. You know, when they would get dressed up for their real estate dinners and their balls and their, events that they went to, my dad would put on a black silk suit and a red tie if it was at Christmas, or a gray tie or a silver tie when it wasn't Christmas. And my mom would be in a ball gown or an evening dress or a cocktail dress. So my parents were both very glamorous. They were very much the Mad Men era. I grew up in that. And my parents entertained at our house. And my little sister and I don't know if my big sister was still at home or if she was already off to college, but we would serve cocktails and drinks for my parents to our guests, which, gosh, you'd get in trouble for doing that nowadays. But back then, the kids, we took the hors d'oeuvres around and brought them their drinks, and you'd get a pat on the head, be like, thanks, sweetie. So we were all dressed up, and our hair was all curled and bows and black patent leather shoes and little white frilly socks. So I grew up in this. So when I see these guys, talk about memories. Oh my gosh. Memories, memories, memories. And my parents entertained for years and years and years. So really into my teens. And then somewhere along there, they kind of stopped. I'm not sure if my dad changed jobs or what the deal was. But so you could just add that on there and have a great tag for this journal. So I'm going to have to see how many tags I need because I want to use all these goodies that Joey has. Look at these. These are just beautiful. So that's one idea. Use a pre-made tag if you have them. If you do not have those, what you can do, of course, you know, you can make your own. You can cut your own tag. Oh, I don't want to put these back in the box because these are all reds and greens, and I think they would be perfect for that. So I just wanted to share with you, you know, that I was going to use those for some tags. And I have them all the way down to the teeny tinies. So, I mean, I can, and I don't have to back them. They're hard. They're great. But I saw Wendy on Wendy's Journal Adventure take printed tags like these right here, and decorate them up, then put them on the back of a piece of scrapbook paper, glue them onto the back, and then cut them out. You have a beautiful back. Now, if you don't want something that dark and you want it writable, obviously use a lighter paper. But I went and dug out some of my, boy, this one got totaled in the move when I was moving rooms. Oh my goodness. Oh, like here's a really good one. I don't know if you can write on it. We'd have to try to see, but I want to see what else I have here. Oh gosh, I have a lot of great. This is really heavy. I don't know what that was from, but boy, that is like major thick. That would be cool. Sorry, I didn't realize you couldn't see me. But you can just glue them on the back, which finishes it off with a pretty, you know, not everything has to be writable. You can just do something because you want to. You don't have to, oh, like that. That's writable, I think. I think you could write over that. I don't know, maybe not. Usually white's best, or cream is best, or whatever. Oh, I want to address something real quick here. And I want to make some of these, but we don't have time. So I think I will do another video for you. My Wednesday video will be the tags. We'll do these on Wednesday. These are from Tracy Fox again. But let me address something real quick. I think it was Leslie on Willow House Journal. She was talking about white page syndrome or white pages in a journal. How people don't really like the white pages, and you know, they of course, and we all do this. She was just talking about, you know, what she's seen and heard, I think. And so we tend to print on the back, or we cover it up with some piece of paper or whatever. But I think for me, the reason I don't go with the white isn't just because, not because I don't like white, but when you look at like this journal, this is a vintage journal, right? It's a retro. And my images are cream. So if you have a bright white background on the other side, white to me is very contemporary. Stark white is very, very contemporary. But this is a vintage or retro journal. And like this is a antique vintage journal, an antique journal or vintage journal. And bright white would not look good in that either. So that's why I cover up the white pages, is because I feel like it just doesn't go in there. It stands out like a sore thumb, right? So that's why I cover my white pages, is because I feel like it just takes away from the journal, right? So, oh, by the way, I finished the edge on this. I chose the velvet, and I just noticed that I need some more glue on my velvet here. I must have missed it, or it's not sticking. I'm not sure. So anyway, I chose the velvet stripe to finish off this journal. It's, you know, it's done. I'll have to double check it and keep checking it, making sure it sticks down right. So, yeah, that's why because someone asked me, why do you get rid of your white pages? And when Leslie was talking about it on 507 Willow House Journals, it clicked into my head, oh yeah, I need to answer that person. I generally don't care for a bright white blank page, only because it's contemporary, unless I'm working in a contemporary journal. Now, if I'm working in a contemporary journal, white is fine. I don't have a problem with a white page and writing on it or using it. But when I'm working on these journals that are not contemporary, using contemporary prints or papers, and I'm using coffee dyed paper, it doesn't make any sense for me to leave it white or even have a little white edge all the way around it. It just, my eye is offended. So, so that's for me to answer that person's question, is why I don't have white pages in my journal. Okay, so hopefully that makes sense. And I did want to show you that I had put that little velvet strip on my edge of my cover. So this is done, and I am getting ready to put all these goodies in here. So I need to count pages to see. Oh, I also had someone ask me really quickly here before we run out of time, which is like right now, but we've got like 5 minutes. She asked if I use a formula to put my journals together. Yes and no. Sometimes yes, sometimes no. I do between 15 and 25 pages, depending upon how fat and soft my cover is and how much stuff I have to put into it. I put about, like Gail Augustinelli, who I learned to do journals from, I put about 6 pockets, 6 things that you put on a page in the front half of the journal, 6 in the back. Now, those 6 things can be a belly band, fabric flip, pockets, side tucks, corner tucks, up tucks. So 6 hard things. And then I fill it up with, you know, journal cards and journal tags, whatever I've got. But then there'll be these pages that are the oddballs that go in between. So I'll have more than that in there. So I will decorate that. Or maybe I'll decorate that, or I'll decorate that and that. So as far as what I put in, I put 12 hard pieces that are glued in and or paper clipped in. And then I fill it and decorate the rest of it at will. Okay. So, and I usually try to put a pocket in the front and the back. This one, I'm not going to, because I just love how it is. I don't want to do anything to change that. And if I do, it will be one of those clear stick-on pockets. We'll just see if I have need to do that. And I usually add in a vellum piece. I always add in, this is my process. I always add a vellum. I always put in doilies, sometimes a single doily or triple doilies. I like to put in a piece of coffee dyed paper. If I can get color dyed papers, if I can get dyed papers, I'll add them. I put in an antique book page from Italy or Paris, French or Italian, or whatever language I have. I like to add a ledger page. Usually I will use all of the journal kit if it's not a huge, like not a 30-page journal. If it's a 10 to 12-page journal, I'll use all the journal pages, the printed journal, the printed digitals, and then fill the rest in with, you know, those pages I was just talking about. So that's kind of how I do it. I like to put lace in here, and I will put on 2 of each kind, so 2 to 4 of each time. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4 different kinds, and 1 on if I put 2 in the middle, 1 on each cover page, and somewhere in between. And if it's a really fat journal, I might add 2 more in between. So that's kind of how I like to do it. My closures are different every time. Sometimes I wrap them. I haven't done one of these in a while. This is a post one that Tim Holtz puts out. There's a lot of ways to close a journal. So sometimes I have the flip over. Sometimes I'll use what do you call it? Velcro tab. Haven't used a magnet in a while. So that's it, guys. I hope I answered your questions. Those of you who have been asking. My printer is an HP for right now. I use the 38-pound bright white hammer mill paper to print on. And I use a presentation paper, a flat, you know, non-shiny. I can't think of the name right now. Presentation paper to print my ephemera on. So I don't print it on printer paper. I put it on a presentation paper, which is a light cardstock. It's about 44 pound. Now, what you see here, I don't know if you could see it, but this is a hint as to the kit Jolene and I are designing. I'm going to be showing that in my next video if I can get Jolene to drop off the pieces here today that I need to show you, because I've already printed it using my other printer, and I want to get a true color because I was having issues with the color from hers. So I don't want to use what I have, and I don't want to print it again. So anyway, you guys, thank you for watching. I totally appreciate you coming along today and hanging out with me and letting me share and letting you know where I've been. I haven't been well either, so lots of migraines and issues. So yeah, I haven't been around. I apologize, but I'm hoping to get back into the swing of things this week. We'll see how it goes. I don't know if we'll have all of our videos, but we'll have a few at least, so that you'll have something to make this week if you're going to be making some Christmas goodies. So you all have a marvelous Monday, a wonderful week. I love you all. I'll see you all very soon. Hugs and kisses. Bye-bye.